everybody, how are you? Today I'm going to do a vlog, and this is a vlog about a survey that Sarah Snacks posted last week, and it's all about fruits and vegetables basically. Well, I guess food actually. So it's going to go through A through Z different foods, and then I will answer the questions on here. All of the questions are below this video, so you can look at them, but this time I'm not going to put the answers there. I guess that kind of defeats the purpose when you have the answers and then you also are on camera speaking them. So I'm going to go ahead and just start reading the questions and try to answer as honestly as possible. I only have read through some of them, so some of them might kind of surprise me. I'm not really sure. So hopefully I don't get too caught up and can't speak. Okay, so the first one is A for apple, and it says, what's your favorite variety? My absolute favorite variety of apples is Honeycrisp, but of course you can really only get those, you know, one or 2 months a year, I guess, probably like right around in October when apples are actually harvested. So for a normal basis every day, when I eat an apple, I have a Braeburn apple, and so those are a little bit more sour, but they're not, I guess, as sweet as like a Golden Delicious, but I really, really like them. And I was on this kick where I was eating an apple every single day, and now I really haven't been, so I'm kind of off that right now, but just so you know, my front tooth, or this one, is cracked. So if you ever like look at my food blog or you see me eating an apple, I'm always going to slice it. So just to throw that out there, since this is a vlog and you're supposed to be learning about me. Okay, so B is for bread, and it says, regardless of nutrition, calories, or whole grains, what is your favorite type to have a nice big piece of? Now, I love bread. Bread is my favorite food in the entire world. Could absolutely never live without it. So I really love all bread. I try to eat whole grain bread because that's what's better for you, and it actually satisfies me. Whereas like a white bread or like a refined bread made with like all-purpose flour only, I'll just constantly eat. Like I'll eat like a whole loaf. So I try to go for whole grain, but any bread I'll eat. C is for cereal, and what is your favorite kind currently? Cheerios. I eat Cheerios almost every day. I'm kind of on a cereal kick right now, although the past few days I've been off of it, but I've been on it for months. So Cheerios is what I normally eat, and I just eat the plain Cheerios. I actually eat off-brand Cheerios, but oh well, it works. D is for donuts, which you might not currently eat, but what kind do you fancy? So I actually don't eat donuts. Like, I've never eaten donuts. I have a really, really sensitive stomach, and it's from my dad. He's the same way. And so I can't handle like a large amount of sugar, but I also can't handle like a large amount of fried food. And so either one of those factors, like independent of each other, makes me sick. But when you combine them in a donut, I'm dying. And just even from a couple bites of a donut, it's always made me ridiculously sick. So I just have always avoided them. When I used to eat something from the donut shop, it would be a sausage roll. But I'd usually pick the sausage out and just eat the bread. Because again, that's my favorite food. E is for eggs, and how do you like yours prepared? So I'm really, really picky about eggs, and this is also my dad's fault. But I do not like any part of an egg that is runny. So if you cook an egg in any certain fashion where the yolk is still runny, or the egg white itself is runny, I will not eat it. So the way that I usually eat them is scrambled. And I'm even really hesitant to like even eat them scrambled out at a restaurant because I don't feel like people actually cook them to like the standard that I want. Or I'll eat them over hard, or just like basically a fried egg. Like, and I'll only do that at home. I will eat omelets if my mom makes them for me, because she makes really good omelets. And then also like sometimes I'll make an omelet, but that's pretty much the only way. I guess I'll eat a hard-boiled egg, but not that often. F is for fat-free. What is your favorite fat-free product? So I literally laughed out loud at Sarah's response to this, which was vegetables, which is so true because vegetables are fat-free. But that's not the way that I interpreted the question. So the only fat-free foods that I really eat that are, you know, specifically labeled as fat-free is fat-free dairy. I, by choice, only drink skim milk and eat fat-free yogurt. That's just the way I've always been. So that would be my fat-free product of choice. G is for groceries. Where do you purchase yours at? So every single week I go to it's called a farmer's market, but like it's really not a farmer's market. It's just more like a small natural food store that does sell local produce from time to time, but not all their produce is local. And it's called Sprouts. And so I go there every single week. And then I also go to another grocery store. Like I've been going to Target lately because of coupons to just buy like our staples that are not necessarily things that I can buy at Sprouts. Also, Matt, doesn't eat all the same foods that I eat. He eats slightly more processed diet sometimes, so like I'll buy certain things for him at Target. And then I typically go to like another grocery store once or twice a week, or once or twice a month, just to pick up on like some certain brands that we prefer, and I just stock up on those when I go. H is for hot beverages. What is your favorite hot drink? Tea. In case you didn't know this, I am allergic to coffee. Sad face. Yeah, it's really, really horrible. So I don't drink coffee. I used to drink coffee and it made me really, really sick, and so I stopped, and now I just I can't even have a taste of it, or I will possibly combust into flames and die. So hot tea, love hot tea. I don't put anything in it, I just drink it plain. I've always been that way. It's my favorite thing in the world. I is for ice cream. Pick a favorite flavor and add a fun topping. I like vanilla ice cream. In general, I'm not a chocolate person. I know people think that's insane. I really just don't really like chocolate. I don't really crave chocolate. If I do, it's always dark chocolate, but it's very infrequently. My favorite ice cream in the entire world is by Bluebell. They sell here in Texas, and it's a very good brand. And it's called Tin Roof. And so what it is it's vanilla ice cream, and it has like hot fudge kind of like ribbons through it, and then it has chocolate covered peanuts. And it is the most amazing thing ever. So if I had to pick an ice cream, I'd pick that with probably like rainbow sprinkles, because I like rainbow sprinkles. And if I couldn't have that, I'd be vanilla with rainbow sprinkles. J is for jams and jellies. Do you eat them? And if so, what kind and flavor? I do eat jams and jellies. Thank you for asking. I don't eat them a lot. I used to eat them a lot when I was a kid because my mom would can her own jams and jellies that were made out of blackberries, because we would go pick them every summer, and then she would turn them all into jams and jellies. So honestly, like blackberry apple is like my favorite jelly in the whole world, but of course like you really can't get that. For a while I've been eating Crofter's Superfruits, and I really liked them at first, and now I really don't like them. They're just not really gooey enough. They have like, I don't know, they're just really thick, and like for a while I was eating like really thin jelly on these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that are so bad for you, but I was like really addicted to them during finals from Kroger. And so ever since then, like the Superfruit is just not doing it for me. So K is for Kashi. Name your favorite Kashi product. I really like their crunchy granola bars, and they have these new ones that they just came out with. They have almond ones, and then they have pumpkin flaxseed, which the pumpkin ones are just amazing. It tastes like a piece of pumpkin pie, to be honest with you. So that's my favorite Kashi product. L is for lunch. What was yours today? So I'm really, really, really struggling with lunch right now, and it's just a pure fact of laziness on my part, and I realize that. I'm really, really struggling with it. Since I started working from home, and like I'm home every day, it's just to the point where like I forget to eat, and I know that's ridiculous because I say all the time, like, how do people forget to eat? I can't imagine doing that, but I really, really do with lunch. And so then I just become starving, and I try to find like the fastest food possible for me to eat. So it's definitely something that I'm gonna have to like, I don't know. I've tried everything, and well, I've tried a lot of things, obviously not everything. So it's something that I'm working on, and I will hopefully have a better plan for it next week. And I'm actually planning a blog post about this very topic. So my lunch today, that's what happened. I was starving. I opened the fridge to grab stuff to make a salad, and I saw a container of soup from Central Market that I had bought yesterday. That was this green chili chicken that is like, oh my god, it's just the most amazing thing I've ever had in my life. So I had that with corn and cheese quesadillas on the side. Not very good. Not very many vegetables, but I'm working on it. Hopefully it'll be better next week. Okay, so M is for microwave. What is your favorite microwave meal or snack? a lot of people don't like the microwave, and I have to say I'm honestly a fan out of, I mean, just convenience, because I'm a busy person, and I use it a lot. Honestly, the thing that I use it the absolute most for is broccoli. That's how I pretty much cook broccoli now religiously. I don't steam it, I just cook it in the microwave. So I'd have to say that's probably my favorite way to use the microwave. Is it necessarily my favorite meal? No, but I mean, I don't really try to eat meals that just come from the microwave, so we'll stick with broccoli for this one. N is for nutrients. Do you like carbs, fats, or proteins best? Oh, carbs. Carbs. Bread. Bread. That's all I need in life is bread. Maybe some cheese, but mostly bread. O is for oil. What kind do you like to use? I use extra virgin olive oil for everything. I use cold pressed. The only other oil that I use is canola. And I only use canola when I'm baking, or if I'm shallow frying, which is never, pretty much. So that's really the only time that, or if I do a stir fry, but I don't really make very many of those, I use canola. So extra virgin olive oil all the way. P is for protein. How do you get yours? I eat meat. Yes, I do. I know a lot of people in our blogosphere do not eat meat, and sometimes it's really hard for me because I do eat meat every day for the most part. I'm getting more towards my preferences of vegetarian meals unless I am making a meal from scratch, which I pretty much do every night for dinner. So that's really the only time that I eat meat now, is mostly just at dinner when I make something for me and Matt. If I'm just cooking for myself, I normally don't cook meat unless I'm craving it. So I eat meat, and then I also eat whole grains. I eat almost 100% of my grains are whole grains, so I get a lot of protein there. I get a lot of protein from dairy. I love yogurt, and I really, if I eat cereal, I eat it with milk, and then I love cheese. So pretty much those, but I mean, I'd say that meat is the primary source of my protein. Q is for Quaker. How do you like your oats? I actually don't really eat oatmeal anymore. When I worked, I ate oatmeal every single morning. But now I'm always on the go, and oatmeal is not exactly transportable very well. I tried it for a while. It wasn't very good. So I like oatmeal. I'll eat it. If I do, I like to put, chia seeds and flax meal and cinnamon and brown sugar. Sometimes I'll add a couple other things. I like it that way. I really like breakfast cookies from the Fitnessista. I ate those for a long time, and so that's oats. So that's really good too. So I'd say that's pretty much how I eat oats now. I mean, I eat Cheerios, which are made from oats, but that's pretty much all I eat now. R is for roasting. What is your favorite thing to roast? I love roasted vegetables. Roasted vegetables is one of the primary ways that I get vegetables in my diet, just because I really, really like them. And I really like roasted carrots are incredible. And I really, really like roasted butternut squash. That's my other favorite thing. And I really like roasted broccoli. And roasted sweet potatoes are okay. And I'm trying to think what else I've roasted. I've roasted onions before, and those are delicious. And roasted garlic is incredible. So I really, really like roasted vegetables. I also really like roasted chicken. Roasted chicken breasts is probably one of my favorite ways to eat chicken. So that's the other way besides vegetables that I like to roast. S is for sandwich. What's your favorite kind? Sandwiches. I love sandwiches, and I've always really, really liked sandwiches. But I am to the point now where I do not like lunch meat. That's another going more towards a vegetarian way when I'm, just eating on my own. I won't. For a while, I was buying meat in the deli because Matt eats it. Matt loves turkey sandwiches, like his favorite food. So for a while, I was buying meat and eating meat, and then I stopped because I don't like it. So then I started eating peanut butter jellies, and then so peanut butter jellies were good, and then I don't know, I got lazy and I didn't want to make them for myself. Plus, a peanut butter jelly always tastes better when somebody else makes it for you. True or false? True. So now when I eat sandwiches, the latest sandwich that I've liked is hummus with slices of cheese and some pickles on toasted bread. Very simple, very delicious. I like white bean hummus the best. So that's my sandwich right now. T is for travel. How do you handle eating while traveling? I actually have a post about this, and it's actually about traveling internationally, so that's an added bonus. But I bring snacks. I bring, packages of nuts, and I bring like dried fruit, or like dried fruit strips, like Fruit Leathers, and I bring like Lar bars or like other snack bars. And then like the one thing that I almost always do is because the most important part of traveling for me nutrition wise is breakfast, like just getting a healthy breakfast. So I try to find somewhere like Starbucks to get an oatmeal, or I try to find a grocery store and pick up like fresh bananas, or I'll bring like oatmeal packets with me, and like we'll make them like in using the hot water in the hotel room. Or I'll bring I always bring tea with me, and I always bring like emergency packs instead. So like that's kind of the extent. Like when we go out, I try to be as moderate as I can, but I also realize like, hey, I'm on vacation, and like to some extent I am going to enjoy it. So that's kind of how I handle vacation, I guess. U is for unique. What is one of your weirdest food combos? I'd have to say this isn't really healthy, but this is like probably back to the microwave. This is like one of my favorite microwave meals. I like to take chicken, and so now I do it with chicken that I cook in my crock pot that I shred. And I like to mix it with some sort of beans and like a little bit of cheese, and I like to microwave it all together into like with hot sauce, and like I'll put jalapeno juice and like hot seasoning so that it's spicy, and I'll put all that in a bowl and just like microwave it together. And that's probably like my favorite thing. And that's so weird. Like I know nobody else probably eats that, but like it's so satisfying to me. I just love it because I really love beans, and I really love chicken, and I really love cheese. So V is for vitamins. What kind do you take? I've done a post on this too. I've done 2 posts actually. So I take roughly 4 vitamins. The first one I take is a probiotic pill, and I take it every morning, and it has 4 active strands in it, and it's a 5 million colony forming units pill. The second thing that I take every day is an omega-3 supplement, because that's really important to me, and I've done a post on this. I take a calcium supplement, and I don't take it every day. I normally just take it when I'm lacking in my calcium for that day, because I kind of mentally keep track. And the fourth thing that I take is Emergency, and I don't take that every day. I used to, but now I don't. I just take it when I'm feeling like under the weather. W is for wasabi. Yay or nay? Nay. I will not eat sushi. There's a whole another story behind that, which, we're running along in this video, so I won't share that with you, but like, that's the only time that I can imagine that people eat wasabi, and I don't eat sushi, so when am I going to eat wasabi? Never. Okay. X is for X-ray. If we X-rayed your belly right now, what food would we see? Well, I already told you what my lunch was. I had a huge bowl of cherries this afternoon for a snack, and for dinner I had some broccoli and some chicken and some mashed potatoes. So not that great for you. Mashed potatoes, not that great, but I've been really like craving comfort food lately. So that's what you would see right now. Y is for youth. What food reminds you of your childhood? A lot of foods, to be honest with you. A lot of them kind of have a negative connotation. There's 2 foods like in particular. Well, one food. The other one is like a meal, so that doesn't really count. But the food that reminds me, sorry, I lost my train of thought. The food that reminds me most of my childhood is nutritional yeast. And it's something that I guess like I ate all the time as a kid, and I never really realized what it was. And we would eat it on like popcorn, and I love it. Like, oh, love it. Like I could just stick my head in a bag of nutritional yeast and just smell for like an hour, because the smell just like makes me think of being a kid and how amazing my childhood was. So when I like rediscovered it a couple of years ago, and like just smelling it just like brought back a whole flush of wonderful, wonderful memories. So that's it. That's the food that reminds me of my childhood. The last one, trying for under 20 minutes, we'll see. I talk a lot, I'm sorry. Z is for zucchini. How do you prepare it? Zucchini, actually Italian zucchini that's green and not like zucchini squash, which can also be yellow. So zucchini itself, I really like roasted zucchini. Like just cut it in discs or saute it, like thinly slice it and just saute it in a little bit of, oil or cooking spray or whatever have you, and just season it. That's probably my favorite way to eat it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this short. I'm trying to make it under 20 minutes. I'm sorry I talked so long, but like that's a lot of stuff about food that you probably didn't know about me. So if you do this video or just the survey, just let me know because I love to see what other people like, and I would really like to see all of your responses to this survey. Okay.